Canadian-made Argo LX 8x8 isn't great at any one thing, but it's good enough at so many things that greatness seems irrelevant. On dirt trails, it confidently bounces along on its wheels like a buckboard wagon pulled by 8 sucrose snorting horses. On pavement, it corners with such suddenness that it feels as if it's dodging turtle shells in Super Mario Kart. It will bound across sand, push through snow, scramble over steep and soggy berms, and, if driven into a lake, it will swim a slow, desperate dog paddle. Grab the handlebar and twist the throttle grip, and the LX takes a quick set, rapidly accelerating to its 25 miles per hour terminal velocity. Give the handlebar a slight nudge, and the LX starts as the inside wheels slow while the outside wheels continue churning. Its stability shouldn't be taken for granted, but with acclimation, it's easy to pilot precisely. At top speed, the Argo LX is Mr. Toad's wild ride. It is 8 sticky contact patches bounding through a birthday party bounce house. The LX is 124 inches long, or 27 inches shorter than a Mini Cooper, cramming 4 tires per side into a 78.9-inch wheelbase. Running 9-inch beadlock wheels, those squishy 12-inch wide Argo-specific tires are inflated to only 1.7 pounds per square inch. The tires make up the entire suspension system, and their low pressure ensures that each conforms to the terrain for maximum grip. Under the $27,295 LX's epoxy acrylic coating is a steel tube frame with a 747cc Colov twin engine rated at 30 horsepower. The LX's big advance over most previous multi-wheeled amphibians is its dual-range, triple differential steering transmission. See below that allows for smoother cornering. Mediating between the engine and the steering transmission is a centrifugal clutch transmission of the type more commonly found in ATVs. Each bank of 4 tires is driven by a common chain, so all 4 churn at the same speed. With a payload of up to 1,000 pounds and room for 6 people, the LX is a fine tool for managing a large chunk of muddy property or hunting out remote fishing spots. It's not street legal, but it's not much of a commuter anyway. It will manage in calm water, but forget about any chop. And if it's overloaded, as one was at the Texas Hill Country Press launch, it will sink. Compared with a side-by-side UTV, the Argo LX is more stable but not as quick. And it won't carry as much as a 4x4 pickup, but trucks don't swim at all. Compromises are rarely this entertaining. Beyond skid steer, 6- and 8-wheeled ATVs have traditionally turned via unsophisticated skid steering, in which mechanical brakes stop the wheels on one side while torque flowed to the other. The Argo LX refines that idea by using 3 differentials in conjunction with the brakes to decelerate one bank of wheels and accelerate the other. In high range, it doesn't stop the wheels on one side, rather, at full steering lock, it slows the inner wheels down by a 3-to-1 ratio, explains Peter Visser, Argo's Chief Technology Officer. So instead of doing a sharp pointed turn, it actually does a sweeping turn. There are some steering brakes in there, but they're not tied directly to the output shafts. There's still a disc brake on each bank to initiate the turn, and the difference in bank-to-bank wheel speed will vary with steering input, but the system generates less heat than a fully brake-dependent system while cornering more comfortably. It's still a sudden sensation, but relatively gentler because the Argo doesn't have to slow abruptly to turn. It's more user-friendly than what we used to do, adds Visser. In low range, the brakes will stop the inside tires and the Argo will practically rotate around itself. And sometimes that's exactly what's needed. The next step for Argo, create a fully electronic version of this system that doesn't depend on brakes to steer.